dukkha. Person will strive to gain sukha and run away from dukkha. May strive to get gold and run away from that which is not valuable. But as far as the realized master concerned, everything is same. So he doesn't initiate any activity. Sarva arambha parityagaha. Whatever action comes to be performed in front of this body and all, performs that and remains. He responds to the world. He responds to the world. Doesn't react to the world. All our desire prompted activities are like a reaction to the world. But this person responds to the world. If there is some situation where he has to walk, he will walk. If he has to sit, he will sit. He will not initiate any new activity. It's like when you play let us say you play a game like badminton. So that fellow in front of you throws the shuttle, whatever it is called. Then wherever it comes, then you hit. Then again it comes, you hit. You don't have any particular insistence that it should come here or it should come there only. It doesn't matter where it comes. The person hits it back. It comes here, he hits it back. He comes here. Similarly, for a realized master, this whole world is a game. So any ball comes in his court, he throw it back. Where he will throw it is spontaneous. He might throw anywhere. He might throw it back, forward, here, there, but it is like a game. But he will not chase a ball. Like in football and all, you have to chase that ball. You will find those people running like crazy behind that ball. Mahatma will, if the ball comes, he will throw it back. Like little children, when you play with them, they will throw the ball and then you have to throw it back to them. Then again they will throw, then again you throw it back. And they will keep on playing till you get tired. Mahatmas, they don't get tired. For them, the world is like a little child and they are throwing the ball to him, so he throws it back. Some people ask them question, so he throws back the answer. Some people, they ask for Ashirvad, he throws back the Ashirvad. He doesn't initiate, he will not go out of his place and go and give Ashirvad to someone. No. Somebody does Namaskar and asks for Ashirvad, he gives Ashirvad. If nobody asks, he also sits quietly, they also sit quietly. So, from a worldly standpoint, it might appear that, he doesn't have any initiative. Initiative is there in other people's mind because they have so many desires in their head. So, he doesn't have any initiative to attain anything. In the 3rd chapter also, Bhagavan himself tells about his own state. He said, I have nothing to gain from this world or nothing to lose from this world. By doing something, I will not gain anything. And by not doing something, I will not lose anything. It doesn't matter for me. So it is like a very striking. And this is only the state of a realized master. It is not of an ignorant person. An ignorant person tries to behave like this, suffers also. Will suffer because he is identified with his equipment and will suffer. So, manapamanayos tulyaha tulyo mitrari pakshayoho sarvarambha parityagi gunatitaha. So, sauchyate, such a realized master, such a person is called gunatita. Atita means have gone beyond. Gone beyond what? The gunas. Trans-Pacific, trans-Atlantic, like the trans-guna. He has gone beyond the gunas. Transcendental. So gunatitasya uchyate. So in this 3-4 verses, Bhagwan indicated the various lakshanas, characteristic of a realized person who has gone beyond the 3 gunas. Now another question which Arjuna had asked was, how can one attain this state? Katham cha etan tren gunan ativartate. How can one transcend these 3 gunas? How can one transcend these 3 gunas? What is the technique? So Bhagwan gives that, very important for a seeker, 26th verse. Mam cha yo vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samatityetan brahma bhuyaya kalpate mancha yo vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samatityetan. Bhagwan says that mam cha yo avyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate. Yaha, he whoever that person may be, a seeker, mam sevate, serves me, bhakti yogena, through the path of bhakti, through devotion, one who serves me. And how? What type of devotion? Avyabhicharena, single pointed devotion, unwavering devotion, 100% devotion. That's called avyabhichar, not vabhichar. Vabhichar means going away from our point of devotion, looking somewhere else. That's called vabhichar. I mean, suppose I am worshipping God, then my attention should be on Him only. But if I remove my attention and look here and there, then that is called vabhichar, going away from our point of attention. So with single pointed attention on me and with complete devotion who serves me, Bhagwan says, such a person, sa gunan samatitya etan, he transcends these 3 gunas. Having transcended these 3 gunas, Brahma bhuyaya kalpate, such a person becomes fit to become Brahma. Such a person attains the state of Brahma. Brahma is that supreme reality, supreme truth. So he transcends these 3 gunas and attains the state of Brahma. Now this is very interesting and very beautiful sadhana which Bhagwan has revealed. So first of all, we should let us try to understand not what is bhakti, but who is this God. Bhagwan says, those who worship me, Ma, is more important. Many times we keep worshipping, but we might be worshipping someone else only in the name of worshipping God. We might say, इतने महीने भगवान की पूजा की, सेवा की, आराधना की, but you are doing aradhana, puja of someone else in the name of doing aradhana of God. नहीं, रोज मैं मंदिर में जाके भगवान को प्रसाद चढ़ा के आता था वगैरह. And where does Bhagwan stay? In the mandir. Is he outside the mandir? No, inside the mandir only. Then you are doing the puja of some other person or some other concept, not of Bhagwan. If he is only in the mandir, then something that is not the Bhagwan. Bhagwan says, Mam, when he says Mam, Mam means I, is that which he has revealed in so many other chapters also. He means that Atma. Aham Atma, I am the Atma. I am that pure I consciousness. I am the pure I consciousness. I am the witness in you. I am that pure I consciousness, not only in you, but in everyone. In everyone, the I is same. When I say I, and when you say I, it is the same I. But when I say I am so and you say so, the so and so is different. So and so is different. I am is same. If I ask all of you, who are you? All of you will start the sentence with I am. That I am is same. I am doesn't have any qualities, doesn't have any size, any shape, doesn't have any gender. Gender comes with so and so. It doesn't have any gender, doesn't have any other quality. Human beings utter it as I am. Animals may not be able to utter it, but they also have the same I in them. Cannot be uttered. It cannot be captured by words. Words are used. The nearest word we use to indicate that Atma is I. But it is not the word I. It is that which is indicated by the word I. So animals also, they know this I. Therefore, if you, let us say, frighten an animal, it runs away. Why does it run away? Because it wants to save that I. If you give it something, it comes. So it knows that I will be happy eating this. So there is that I in the animal, birds, plant, everyone. That I is God. He doesn't reside in anything else here, there. He resides in that I. That I itself is God. और कहीं पर नहीं. Outwardly, his image might be there. His reflection might be there. But he resides deep within the core of all beings as I. So that I am is God. I am that I am. In Bible, Moses, I think, asked Bhagwan that what should I tell your children about you? He said, you tell them that I am that I am. I am the I am. So that I am which we experience is God within, and it is in everyone. So what does it mean to serve that I or to love that I is to pay complete attention to that I. To pay attention to that I am is called the bhakti, the love. Love is not in action. Action and all is there, but it's mainly the paying attention. Suppose you love someone, you pay attention to that person. Pay attention to that person. Suppose we want someone to love us, we want that person to pay attention. Then through certain expression we infer that that fellow who is paying attention. उन्होंने मेरा बर्थडे याद रखा. But they don't know. He had 6 months in advance only, he had paid to the flower fellow and gave him the date. So that even if he forgets on that day, they should deliver that. Whatever it is. So someone does something, we know, he has paid attention to me, I. So paying attention is the expression of love. भगवान को देखो, लेकिन आँख खोल के बाहर मत देखो, भगवान के दर्शन अंदर करो. On that I, pay attention to this, your own being. I am. That is God. The pure I am consciousness, the knowledge I am, is the God within. What is the meaning of paying attention to it? Don't allow so and so to come and disturb. Don't allow your name, your form, your age, your achievements, your relatives, your friends to come and disturb. Just focus your attention on that I am so deeply that even when you interact with so-called other people, you know that you are interacting with your own I am in the other person. That is called love. Yeah. So you will respond spontaneously to that other person. Exactly what you will do, we don't know. But since you identify the I am in me and the I am in the other person is same, the response also will be spontaneous love. So one who focuses one's attention on that pure being, avvyabhicharin, without deviating to the so and so, without deviating to anything else, when we are able to focus our attention. So at least one has to practice regularly. And as we practice, the attention will become more and more and more and more and more focused. That is our sadhana. That attention become more focused. And when the attention become more focused on I am, you will forget the so and so part. You will forget the so and so part. You will forget whether you are a male or a female or human or animal or bird or this and that. Just that pure I am will remain. And realize Master, he looks at the whole world and says, I am there, I am in the bird flying. I am in the sky, I am in the moon. As Bhagavan himself is established in that pure I am, he says, I am in the sun, I am in the moon. I am in the stars, I am in the mountain, I am in the river. If I identify with this I am, I will experience myself in the river also.